Hello, welcome to Tricky IELTS. I'm sure you will be fine. Those students who are unable to complete reading test in the given time and unable to get desired band due to reading module should stay here, because I'll discuss the reasons that why students cannot complete reading test in the given time, as well as I'll share tips which will help you to complete the test within 50 minutes. Stay here and watch this video till the end. In this video, you will learn why students are unable to manage time with reasons. You will learn smart tips to manage time and answers 40 questions in 50 minutes, and how to start reading and which one question should be tackled first. So stay here. If you are really interested to get more than 7, do not skip the video. First, I'll share reasons that why students are unable to complete the test in the given time. The first reason is reading the passage first. Mostly students, they read the passage first, due to which they waste a considerable amount of time and they are unable to complete the test in the given time. When students have no information about the asked questions, mostly students, they take IELTS test without practice and they have no information about the types of reading questions. So whenever they just take IELTS test and they just get reading paper, so they are unable to find out the answers because they have no information about the asked question, that what means the question is asking me or what I'll have to do. When students have not practiced properly before the real exam. When mostly students, they take IELTS test without proper practice and they just, when they appear, so they face problem in the reading module. Not transferring the answers within the time. Mostly students, they just write answers on the passages and they are not writing them in the answer sheet. So whenever you will not write the answers in the answer sheet, you will face problem because there is no extra time in the reading passage. Spending a considerable amount of time on one question. Mostly students, they commit a mistake, and whenever they stuck on a question, so they just wait there and they're just thinking and time is running. So at the last they are facing problem in terms of time. They have no time to answer and complete all the questions. So mostly students, they are just wasting time on one single question. So what you'll have to do, I'll give you the solution later on. Practicing without set time means some students, they practice at home but they do not set time, means they do not practice and they do not fix time whenever they just practice. For example, if you just you have 20 minutes for reading passage 1, so mostly students spend their 30 minutes, 40 minutes or 25 minutes, so they are habitual of that. So in the real exam, they do the same. They have no time scale in which they just tackle passages. So they have no planning for that, because they are habitual of spending much time on a passage. So in the real exam, they face a problem in terms of time. Lack of proper techniques about the asked questions means students, they are not interested to learn techniques about each type of question. So without techniques, you will face problem and you will be unable to find the correct answers, and it will take too long to find out the answers whenever you are reading the passage, and whenever you have no techniques which type of question I'm reading and where I have to target or in which area I'll get the answers. So when you have no techniques, it will take too long. Now I'll give you smart tips which will surely help you to get more than 7 band. If you practice on these tips, this is my guarantee that you will get more than 7 band in IELTS reading. The first tip is read the question first. By reading the questions first, you will be able to get an outline about the passage and you will have specific targets for which you will search. For example, when you will just read the question, so then there will be some demands, means the question will demand something for which you will search the passage. So when you have targets and demands, then you will easily search the areas and something will be there in your mind that I'll have to I'm searching for what I'm searching for names, I'm searching for the information that the information is matching or not, I'm searching for words. So when you will just read the question, there will be an outline in your mind about the passage. Reading the first paragraph of the given passage first means what you will have to do, you have to read, whenever you will start reading, you have to read the first paragraph of the passage first. Means you will have to read the introduction of the passage first, and then you have to read the conclusion of that paragraph, and at third means you will have to read the body paragraphs. Means first you will read introduction of the passage, then last paragraph means conclusion of the passage, and then body paragraphs of that passage. So if you do so, you will get the main idea of the passage by reading the introduction and conclusion first. Whenever you will just read the introduction paragraph and the conclusion paragraph of any passage, you can get 50% information about that. It will help you means to find out your answers means easily, and mostly you'll get correct answers if you do so, and it will also save your time. Mostly students, they read the whole passage. So you will not do that, reading the first and last line of each paragraph instead of reading the whole paragraph. Means some students, they just read the whole paragraph again and again, even they are reading examples. So you should not do that. If you want to save your time, you should just read the first and last line of each paragraph in order to get the main idea. If you fail to do so, then you should read the first two and last two lines, but do not read the whole paragraph. If you mean in the passage there are 10 paragraphs, so if you are just reading all, it will take too much time. But if you are just reading the first and last line, it will save your time and you will get the main idea of the passage. Underline specific information in the given passage like name, dates and time. Whenever you are reading, it's your duty to underline, means like specific information. You think that the information is important, like names, dates and time. So if you do so, you will face no problem and you will find out your answers easily and quickly. Learn specific techniques of each type of reading question. You should focus on techniques that, for example, that how I'll find out the answers of true, false, not given, or how I'll find out the answers of list of headings, or what I'll do whenever I'll start list of headings. So, means you should learn techniques of each type of questions. In IELTS, there are mostly 12 to 13 types of questions, so you should learn techniques in order to get maximum answers correct and in order to complete the test means within time. Transferring the answers directly to answer sheet. So whenever you find out the answers and you think that this is the correct answer, so you should just write that answers in the answer sheet directly, because you'll have no extra time. If you don't do so, at the last you will have no time and you will be unable to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. So if you just write all the answers correct on the reading passage, you will get means no marks for that. You will get marks for what? If you just write the answers in the answer sheets. So because the examiner will check your answer sheets, not your reading passages. Keep in mind. So be very careful in that case. Practice at home under exam condition. Means whenever you are practicing at home, especially on reading module, so you should fix a time. Means that I have 10 minutes for this passage, or I have 20 minutes for this passage, or I have 30 minutes for this passage. So means you have to practice in the given time. Not spending more than 1 minute on one question. For example, if a question is irritating you, so it's your duty to not spend more than 1 minute on one question. Means if you are facing problem, you should skip that question. You should tackle another question and at the last come to this question. Means then you will have time and you will be able means to get the correct answers. But do not spend more than 1 minute on one question. Planning that how you will just start your reading. Keep in mind, for reading passage 1, you must have to means complete reading passage 1 within 16 minutes. Means there are 16 minutes time for reading passage 1, and for reading passage 2 you have 18 minutes, and for reading passage 3 you have 22 minutes. And you have to review your answers in the 4 minutes which you have saved from means passage 1. So in passage 1 is almost easy, so you should spend maximum 16 minutes. At home you should also, whenever you are practicing, you should just means spend 16 minutes on passage 1, 18 minutes on passage 2 and 22 minutes on passage 3. It will help you means to complete the test within time and you will get maximum answers correct. Whenever you are just going to start the reading test, you should start with the type of question you find easy. For example, we have command on true, false, not given, or you have command on blanks, or you have command on multiple choice, or you have command on list of headings or summary completion. You should start from that question. If you do so, means you will be able to find the correct maximum answers correct, and you will just tackle that means in a short span of time. And do not read examples in the passage. Mostly students, they just read examples because you will never ever get your answers in the example. So do not read examples whenever you are reading or you are doing reading test. So these were the possible ways in which you can manage your time and you can get maximum answers correct. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.